So, what should you tell your family about your estate plan? Hi, I'm Claire Langton-Yanowitz at the Yanowitz Law Firm, and we help families get their affairs in order for the last 30 years. Okay, let's get started. So, you've gotten your estate plan all signed, and now you want to talk to your family about it. What important points should you tell your family about your plan? And I think of this in kind of two different situations. First of all, what do you tell people who have been named in your plan to take over? So, like successor trustees, powers of attorney, healthcare directives, those important people that have been named in your plan. And then what do you tell your family at large? Maybe this includes all your children, and they're not necessarily named in all your estate plan, but they are inheriting at death, and you want to communicate to them about your plan. So, first of all, those people that are acting on your behalf need to be kept in the loop in a number of different ways. First of all, they need to know that you have documents, that they've been named in the documents. Sometimes it's better to talk to them before you get your estate plan done and make sure that they're comfortable acting in this role. But certainly, if you didn't do that and you got the plan in place, it's important to tell them after the fact, I named you in this role. And you need to tell them where those documents are so that they can get a hold of them. They don't have to tear apart your house looking for them at the time of your death. You need to tell them who are the professionals that you work with. So, who is your lawyer? Who is your who's your financial planner? Who's your CPA? Who is your property and casualty insurer? Those are all important people to write down somewhere and to tell to those folks. And then you need to create what I call the treasure map. You need to indicate where are all your assets so that at the time of your death, they're not, searching high and low, trying to figure out where your assets are. Did they miss a life insurance policy? Did they miss a bank account? In the era of people getting a lot of their statements electronically, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where all of people's assets are if you don't have access to their email. So that's something else to tell those important people. And then for people who are on your healthcare directive, it's important to communicate any strong medical desires that you have. I always want this. I want to be kept alive in this situation. I don't want to be kept alive in that situation. This is important to me about a funeral or burial situation. I don't want you to spend a lot of money. I want to have a big party. I want everyone to wear pink to my funeral, not black, that sort of thing. And for people who are acting as your power of attorney, if there is certain gifting that you want them to do on your behalf, if you were incapacitated, it's important to communicate that to them. I always give X amount of dollars to my church every year. I have been giving, $10,000 a year to help my grandkid with his college payments. I want that to continue even if I'm incapacitated. So it's important to communicate those gifting wishes to your family if fairly foreseeable. Now, conversations to have with your broader family. Sometimes it is helpful to have with your broader family to explain why you did certain things. So, for example, maybe you gave extra money to one kid while they were alive. They were going through a divorce and you helped them buy a house so that they would have somewhere to land. And so you gave them an extra 100,000. So you're giving them less at your death. So kind of having these broad family discussions. Or we've loaned money to our son and we expect that to be repaid at death. And here's the note, and he's making payments on it. And so everybody is kind of in the loop about that situation. It's also important to maybe talk to the family at large on how to handle sentimental household possessions, who's getting the diamond bracelet that has been passed down through the generations, who actually wants it. Do multiple people want it? So kind of having that broad discussion with the whole family can sometimes be helpful in some situations. It can also be helpful to have a broad conversation with the family about what's going to happen to pets at your passing? Is there a good fit in the family to take on those pets at your death? Does that person need extra funds to take care of those pets at your death? So those are all things that you might want to think about. Some of these things can be thought about after your plan is signed. Some of them should be thought about before you sign your plan. So thank you so much for listening today. If you want to learn more about wills, trusts, or probate, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as we add more videos to our channel. Thank you.